Hello everybody, thank you for watching our video. This is Jimmy Wu from Prowork Pacific Inc, your licensed architect. Today I want to talk about one topic a lot of homeowners, they will be interested about or they want to know about, that is what kind of work or what type of work that require a building permit. Or reverse wise is what kind of work we don't need a permit. Because I have many clients, many customers, sometimes they come to see me is, oh Jimmy, I get citation from inspector. They said I need a permit. Oh, I don't even know that. Okay, and some of them is this kind of situation. So it's really hard to tell sometimes. So today I want to share about this information. But before we go to our topics, so if audience you like our video, please give us a like or leave your comment to our video. And also you can subscribe our video and you can please share that to your friends so that more people can see our information. And also is if you subscribe our video, then when we have new video, then you will be notified. So now let's come back to talk about these topics. So what type of work we will need a building permit? Now, sure, that first of all is you build structure, right? If you build a structure, let's say garage, carport, okay, definitely you need a permit, right? You do addition, right? Addition, alteration work in your building, okay? Do addition, okay? Or even you demo. Let's say I have an old house, okay? I want to demo it, demolish it. Then you also need a building permit, even though we call that it's called demo permit, but you do need a permit. So build new, alteration, addition, even demo, right? You will need a permit, okay? And also is electrical work, plumbing work. Okay, well technically, if you touch anything about electrical, you should have a permit. Let's say you do rewiring the whole house, right? You do we connect or we do the new plumbing, for your bathroom, shower. Those you should have or you need to have a building permit. Okay, even now, but some of those permits nowadays you can get it online. You can apply online from DBP website. Okay, and also besides plumbing and electrical, also you need a permit for your sidewalk. Like not your inside your property is if you have to your driveway, from the city street side, like go drive into your driveway. That is a driveway approach, right? The apron and go. If you want to renovation or modify that sidewalk, the driveway, maybe existing is only like 10 feet, 12 feet, and you want to get it wider, you need a building permit to it. Okay. So now, what kind of work you don't need a permit? Okay. Now, according to information from DBP, there's a certain type of work you do not need permit. First of all is retaining wall, but retaining wall gotta be less than 30 inches. Okay. Now, also is fence, your side fence, if less than 30 inches, or planter less than 30 inches, then you do not need a permit. So now you will say, oh, how about if I get something higher than 30 inches? If you have retaining wall, side fence, planter that's higher than 30 inches, in a site, you need a building permit. So you need a retaining wall permit or you need a side fence permit if you want to build a side fence higher than 30 inches. Okay, so 30 inches will be a threshold. If you do things on your site, okay, which is less than 30 inches high, you don't need permit. The retaining wall, fence, and planters. Okay, and also is for people, you sometimes will install the antenna for the TV or for radio. Those also you don't need a permit. Those on the ceiling on top of the roof, you don't need a permit for that. And painting, exterior, your house painting, interior, the house painting, cabinet, like kitchen cabinet. Okay, if you change cabinet, you don't need a permit. But again, if you talk about you're also changing the sink, right, a lavatory sink, you changing adding a dishwasher, right? Those you require building permit. So when we do cabinet change, we're talking about is only the cabinet. Let's say the overhead cabinet of a kitchen. If you change it, right, then you don't need a permit. If you need counter by the counter itself, the cabinet itself, you don't need a permit. But when you start touching the outlet, the receptacle, you're touching the plumbing part, okay, you need a permit for that. So this is kind of tricky things. Okay. Also floor covering, like carpet, right, wood flooring. Like you say, existing bedroom, you want to remove the carpet and now putting the ceramic tiles, porcelain tiles, or like new engineered wood flooring. No, that part you don't need a permit for that. Okay, and again, okay, another thing is for storage. Like what kind of storage? It's not inside your house, it's outside your house on your site. If you want to put a storage shed in not more than 120 feet, 120 square feet, 10 by 12, right? If not larger than that, you do not need a building permit. Okay. Now, and also another one is kind of minor. So, hey, Jimmy, so if I repair something in my home, I need a building permit. If I just changing a light or just changing the light switch, then I need a permit. Now, if for maintenance repair work with replaced by same or similar material, which is less than $1,000 in a 12 months period, then you do not need a permit. Now, except is electrical and plumbing. Okay, so if you're doing your window, for example, if you're doing a window repair, let's jalousie window, you have all jalousie cracking and you replace, or even maybe your jalousie frame is broken, right, or rusted, and you repair. If that value is less than $1,000, you can just replace or repair your windows without getting a permit. Now, if you're change all the windows, from the jalousie, to become a sliding window, now then you need a building permit. Okay. Now again, those kind of work, okay, usually the trick is it does electrical and plumbing works, because those two things is related to public safety and public health. Okay, and the building code, DPP, they do have this concern. So usually, when they require you have permit, because when you get a permit, you need those licensed, electrician or licensed plumber to sign a contractor statement to say that, okay, they are the person responsible for this part of work. Because all contractor in licensed contractor in Honolulu, they all have their insurance. So DPP, they want to make sure that who do this kind of work, they should have insurance to cover in case something goes wrong, right? So this is a part. So electrical, plumbing is the most essential work that will be required permit. So if you're getting more detail, you are welcome to contact us to get more detailed work, and we would like to help you on that. Thank you very much today.